linking the human brain directly to computers, connecting cities with electromagnetic bullet trains.
Imagine a world where traveling between cities takes mere minutes instead of hours, where you glide effortlessly at speeds exceeding 700 miles per hour, faster than a Boeing 747. This is the vision of the Hyperloop, a groundbreaking transportation system proposed by Elon Musk. Envisioned as a fifth mode of transport, the Hyperloop utilizes vacuum tubes and advanced magnetic levitation technology to minimize air resistance, offering a smooth and efficient journey. Each capsule is designed with passenger comfort in mind, featuring ergonomic seating and climate control, while its modular design allows for flexible configurations catering to both cargo and passenger transport. The potential impact on urban mobility is profound, with Hyperloop stations strategically positioned to connect seamlessly with existing transportation networks, enhancing overall connectivity. As ambitious companies race to bring this revolutionary concept to life, the Hyperloop could redefine how we perceive distance and travel, ushering in a new era of speed and efficiency. Get ready to explore the intricacies of this innovative system that promises to transform the future of transportation. Revolutionary Hyperloop. Although Elon Musk has never been one to sit on his hands, his most recent plan to build a Hyperloop system is absolutely groundbreaking. Potentially revolutionizing long-distance travel is this system of transportation that involves pods moving via low-pressure tubes. Since its 2012 debut, the concept has attracted a great deal of interest due to its 700 miles per hour speed claim, which is significantly higher than the Boeing 747. Musk's goal is to develop a fifth mode of transportation that can cut travel times in half while consuming far less energy. The Hyperloop achieves its remarkable acceleration and deceleration speeds by reducing the amount of friction through the use of airless tubes. Envision a system that could make the hitherto unimaginable 35-minute journey between LA and San Francisco for travelers. The adventure started when Musk, in a TED lecture, sparked the initial idea, which captivated engineers, entrepreneurs, and the general public. This cutting-edge mode of transportation is a hybrid of maglev trains and vacuum tubes, creating an experience straight out of the future. Various are beginning to question the feasibility of the Hyperloop project in light of the growing number of people interested in it and the various technical and financial obstacles it will face. To begin, how will Musk's Hyperloop change the way we think about contemporary transportation? Engineering marvel. The Hyperloop concept is both an ambitious and complex engineering feat. The concept calls for transport capsules, which may hold hundreds of people or even automobiles, via a network of low-pressure tubes. Not only does this layout eliminate inefficiencies, but it also solves the problem of potential dangers caused by traveling at high speeds. Making sure the system runs smoothly and safely has been their top priority at Musk's team. In theory, the capsules will be able to float on an air cushion thanks to air bearings. By drastically cutting down on friction, this approach enables train systems to reach speeds that were previously impossible. Furthermore, the tubes are engineered to endure various environmental conditions, guaranteeing a safe and steady ride for riders. Powering the Hyperloop using renewable energy sources is something Musk has frequently stressed. Clean energy might be generated to power operations by integrating solar panels along the tube infrastructure in the proposed system. Musk is committed to supporting sustainable energy alternatives, which is in line with this environmentally responsible approach. The technological hurdles are still substantial, even as the Hyperloop idea develops. It will be a huge challenge for Musk's crew to build the vast tube network, while also guaranteeing the safety of passengers traveling at high speeds. The fantasy of Hyperloop travel, however, is getting closer to reality thanks to state-of-the-art technology and creative thinking. In order to build the Hyperloop, what innovative technologies are going to be essential? Unveiling the power of speed. More than simply a beautiful design is needed to reach speeds of 700 miles per hour. Advanced engineering is required to reduce drag and increase performance. Pods in a Hyperloop ride can float effortlessly over the track thanks to magnetic levitation or maglev, a critical technology that reduces or eliminates friction. Powerful magnets provide an air cushion beneath the vehicle, enabling it to levitate and move at fast speeds with little energy usage. Hyperloop propulsion is accomplished via linear motors, in addition to maglev technology. The pods are propelled along the tube by these motors, which generate a magnetic field. Because there is no air resistance in the low-pressure environment, the capsules can accelerate and decelerate extremely quickly as they glide through it. Hyperloop regenerative braking devices are another potential feature that the design team is looking into. The system can improve its efficiency by reusing energy that is collected during braking. In keeping with Musk's goal of creating sustainable transportation solutions, this dedication to innovation guarantees both speed and longevity. The Hyperloop will be propelled into the future by what other innovative technologies? Defying gravity. The revolutionary technologies that make up the Hyperloop idea reimagine traditional transportation by reducing resistance and increasing propulsion efficiency. The utilization of vacuum tubes, a groundbreaking technique that drastically lowers air drag, a big hurdle in high-speed travel, is key to its design. The Hyperloop is able to remove almost 90% of the air resistance that normally slows down a moving vehicle by making the tubes almost vacuum-like. This completely changes the concept of rapid transit by enabling the capsules to glide at high speeds smoothly. Technology using vacuum tubes. A key component of the Hyperloop system is the design of the vacuum tubes. In contrast to conventional rail systems, which face the problem of wheel track friction, Hyperloop capsules run on air that has been mostly vacuumed out of a sealed tube. This novel method makes for a more comfortable ride while also decreasing drag. The Hyperloop is able to achieve and sustain faster velocity than previously thought possible because the air molecules do not collide with the surface of the capsule. For Hyperloop to be operational, the technology that keeps the tubes vacuum-packed is critical. Engineers need to make sure the tubes are sturdy and have strong vacuum pumps, so the pressure stays low all the time. Another crucial area where innovation is needed is the propulsion of Hyperloop capsules. This system also needs safety procedures to handle potential failures like leaks or structural defects that could disturb the vacuums. The Hyperloop's linear motors, which are comparable to those of maglev and magnetic levitation trains, are utilized to advance the capsules. Hyperloop capsules use magnetic forces to float just above the surface of the tube, as opposed to the conventional approach that relies on wheels moving on tracks. Because of the reduced resistance, the capsules are able to travel at speeds of up to 700 miles per hour. Using levitation in conjunction with other powers allows for tremendous acceleration in addition to tremendous speed. Fast and comfortable travel is possible thanks to the system's ability to cover short distances at high speeds. This acceleration is vital to ensure the comfort of the passengers. The design aims to reduce sudden changes in speed that could be uncomfortable for them during the trip. In order to maintain a comfortable ride quality throughout the journey, sophisticated algorithms control the acceleration and deceleration. What maglev trains are like. Even though trains are well known for their efficiency and rapid speeds, the Hyperloop intends to take things to the next level. Using electromagnets to raise and propel the train ahead, maglev trains run on elevated tracks. But there are still limits because of the air resistance that comes into play at faster speeds. Hyperloop technology, on the other hand, has a distinct advantage thanks to its near-vacuum environment, which drastically lowers the amount of air resistance. Furthermore, in contrast to maglev systems, the Hyperloop's design permits a tour. To reduce its impact on the environment, the Hyperloop can be constructed underground or in tandem with existing infrastructure rather than a vast network of elevated rail lines. A huge step forward in transportation planning has been made possible by technological developments that allow us to overcome the laws of gravity and conventional transportation limitations. Elon Musk's Hyperloop has the potential to revolutionize transportation by reducing travel times and increasing efficiency across long distances through the use of vacuum tube technology and new propulsion technologies. The Hyperloop's true potential will become apparent as development and research proceed, and maybe one day everyone will be able to affordably and easily take a high-speed ride. Systematic architecture. The Hyperloop's modular design is a key innovation that enables remarkable scalability and adaptability. Because each Hyperloop capsule can be built separately, the network can be easily expanded to meet rising demand. Because of its modular design, the system can accommodate more pods with little to no downtime, allowing for the rapid rollout of routes tailored to individual passengers' preferences. Also, there are a lot of different possible configurations thanks to the design, so it can carry all sorts of freight and passengers. To illustrate the point, during peak hours, certain routes may cater to passengers more than cargo, while during off-peak hours, the opposite may be true. Because of its flexibility, the system may be used to its full potential, increasing revenue. Additionally, modern transportation trends, which place a premium on personalization and efficiency, are well suited to the modular approach. Hyperloop pioneers like Virgin Hyperloop have experimented with various layouts and designs to make sure the system can be adapted to different areas' needs, which makes it a flexible answer to many transportation problems. One innovative feature, known as dynamic routing, lets capsules change their routes in real time, depending on things like traffic and passenger demand. By maximizing efficiency and decreasing wait times, this feature has the potential to radically alter the way people travel. The Hyperloop system would use sophisticated algorithms and AI to assess a variety of data points, including traffic patterns, weather, and the amount of people waiting at each station in order to establish the most effective routes. Of the same way that ride-sharing services work today, the system can redirect capsules to meet the additional demand if one route suddenly suffers a surge of passengers. Advanced tracking and predictive modeling would be the backbone of the technology powering this function. As it continuously collects data and learns from patterns, the Hyperloop can improve system efficiency and guarantee a smooth ride experience. A revolution in comfort. A primary driving factor in the creation of the Hyperloop has been the passenger experience, rather than an afterthought. The goal of incorporating several cutting-edge technologies into the Hyperloop capsules is to provide a traveling experience that is on par with, if not better than, that of contemporary aircraft. Space optimization and ergonomic seating. Passengers may rest and enjoy their flights thanks to seats that give optimal comfort even on extended excursions. Enough legroom and freedom of movement within the capsule are results of the layout's emphasis on space. Family travelers, business travelers, and passengers with impairments are some of the passenger types that will be taken into account while determining seating configurations. For the sake of the capsule's occupants' comfort, state-of-the-art climate control technologies are required. In order to maintain a constant temperature and air quality regardless of external factors, the Hyperloop makes use of state-of-the-art HVAC equipment. A quiet environment that is good for rest or work can be achieved with the help of sound-dampening materials and designs, which will reduce noise from the engine and the outside world. The onboard amenities of the capsules can include multimedia screens that provide real-time updates regarding the voyage, such as expected arrival timings, news, and destination information. This enhances the whole travel experience. Passengers will be able to stay connected and take care of business or entertainment needs with connectivity choices like Wi-Fi and charging connections. To keep passengers engaged, entertainment choices, such selected material to watch while in travel must be considered. By prioritizing comfort and amenities, the Hyperloop aspires to revolutionize travel perceptions and raise the bar for high-speed transportation. Its standout feature is its ability to seamlessly integrate with existing transportation networks, making it more than just a mode of transit. It promises an enjoyable experience in and of itself. Allowing passengers to smoothly transfer between multiple means of transport is essential for establishing a unified and efficient travel experience. Location is everything. Hyperloop stations will be located in prime urban areas, so riders will have convenient access to other forms of public transportation. As a result, travelers will have an easier and faster experience transferring between trains, buses, and airports. To illustrate, Hyperloop stations can be strategically placed to maximize accessibility by being located near large bus terminals or existing rail hubs. This will create multimodal transportation nodes. An integrated transportation environment is created by the Hyperloop's design, which includes the potential to connect with various transport systems. Reduced trouble while switching between transportation options is a result of simplified ticketing systems and coordinated schedules made possible by this interconnection. The travel procedure may be made easier for passengers if they could buy a single ticket that included both Hyperloop travel and connecting transit choices. In terms of urban planning and environmental concerns, Hyperloop systems have the potential to drastically cut down on the use of private cars and short-haul flights, which would have a positive impact on the environment. This form of transportation is in line with sustainable urban planning efforts because it reduces traffic and carbon emissions. Additionally, local economies could benefit from Hyperloop station construction, which could lead to job creation and growth in underdeveloped areas. The Hyperloop improves the travel experience for passengers and establishes itself as a leader in urban mobility by connecting different forms of transportation, which will hopefully lead to more eco-friendly habits among city dwellers. Historical roots. The notion of fast transportation through low-pressure networks has been around for a while, though Musk may have popularized the Hyperloop term. Inventors like George Medhurst, who worked in the 18th century, had a vision for using compressed air tubes to move things. An early effort to imagine rapid transportation was the 1799 patent by Medhurst. Additional efforts to develop transportation systems based on vacuums were visible in the mid-19th century. One device that proved such a thing might work was the Crystal Palace Atmospheric Railway, which used air pressure to propel trains ahead. Although they failed in the end, these earlier endeavors did set the stage for subsequent innovations. Robert Goddard's early 20th century concepts for speedy transportation are one of several sources that influenced Musk's Hyperloop design. Similar to Musk's aspirations, Goddard foresaw trains transporting people between cities in a matter of minutes. Musk plans to develop a Hyperloop system that might transform transportation by expanding upon these earlier ideas. What long-forgotten inventions could pave the way for ultra-fast transportation in the future? Groundbreaking patterns. An inventive approach to design is key to Musk's Hyperloop idea. The planned capsules will have a low profile, be aerodynamic, and hold plenty of passengers or goods. The designs provide fast transit with an emphasis on passenger comfort and interior space maximization. The projected Hyperloop infrastructure, which includes high tubes held aloft by pylons, is just as remarkable. With this layout, the Hyperloop can blend in with current cityscapes while minimizing land consumption. Making a transportation system that people are excited about requires careful consideration of both its practicality and its aesthetic appeal. Musk unveiled the Hyperloop's intended concept and technology in 2016, along with detailed sketches. The intended speeds were to be attained by means of magnetic propulsion and air cushion devices. It will be essential to work with engineers and designers from all over the world to refine these concepts as the project progresses. Constant study and improvement will ensure that the Hyperloop uses cutting-edge engineering and technology. To maximize efficiency and safety, Musk's team will adjust their designs in response to new construction techniques and materials. How does new ideas in design influence how we travel in the future? Economic effects. One cannot exaggerate the possible monetary impact of the Hyperloop. If it works, it might revolutionize local economies by making commutes much more efficient and cutting down on travel times. Envision a world where traveling from one city to another takes a fraction of the time it does now. Businesses and people may find new opportunities with the Hyperloop. Places with inadequate transportation options might find Musk's Hyperloop plan quite attractive. The Hyperloop has the potential to boost tourism and the economy by offering a fast alternative to conventional train and plane travel. Many people could go to the cities along the Hyperloop route, which would be great for the economy and the job market. There would be a plethora of job openings associated with building and maintaining the Hyperloop system. In many areas, the project has the potential to bring much-needed economic benefits to a wide range of occupations, from engineering and construction to maintenance. A further selling point of this innovative transportation system is the possibility it may generate new employment opportunities. In what ways might the Hyperloop cause global economic shifts? Environment-friendly. The environmental impacts of the Hyperloop are growing in significance as it gains popularity. Musk has long advocated for environmentally friendly modes of transportation, and his Hyperloop is no exception. The Hyperloop has the potential to lessen human impact on the environment by cutting down on emissions and our dependence on fossil fuels. Its low power consumption is a major selling point of the Hyperloop. The device achieves its remarkable ability to travel at high speeds while consuming very little energy by functioning in an almost vacuum-like atmosphere, which greatly decreases aerodynamic drag. Musk is aiming to promote sustainable methods in transportation, and this energy efficiency fits in with that. The Hyperloop is even more environmentally friendly because it uses renewable energy from things like solar panels. Hyperloop technology has the potential to revolutionize sustainable transportation by utilizing renewable energy sources to power its operations. Still, there are obstacles. The environmental effect of the Hyperloop network must be considered throughout its development. For the development to have no negative impact on local ecosystems, thorough planning and environmental studies are crucial. In what ways may the Hyperloop revolutionize environmentally friendly transportation? How the public feels? The Hyperloop, like any ambitious endeavor, is greatly influenced by public opinion. Many people think Musk's plan is a great improvement, but some groups still refuse to believe him. Many people have doubts regarding the viability, environmental effect, and safety of such a massive undertaking. Addressing these challenges requires the active participation of the public. Musk's crew needs to get the word out about the Hyperloop's advantages, highlighting how it can cut down on travel times, ease traffic, and encourage sustainability. Building trust and support for the Hyperloop project can be achieved through encouraging open conversation with communities. In addition, stakeholders and local governments must be included for the regulatory landscape to be successfully navigated. To guarantee the Hyperloop system's successful implementation, it is important to work with communities to address their requirements and concerns. Public opinion will determine the Hyperloop's trajectory in the end. Maintaining a positive public view will need continuous outreach and education initiatives as the project advances. How will people view the Hyperloop as it goes from being an idea to a reality? Issues with security. There are inherent safety concerns with the Hyperloop's ambitious design. There is a valid fear over the possibility of mishaps and malfunctions associated with high-speed travel, particularly in a near-vacuum setting. As work progresses on the project, passenger safety will take precedence. Musk and his team are working on strong safety standards and technical solutions to lessen the impact of these dangers. The design has methods for handling Hyperloop emergencies and emergency braking systems. It is essential to conduct regular inspections and maintenance on the system to keep it running smoothly. Another major concern is the possibility of a single weak spot. Pods are moving at above 500 miles per hour, so any interference might have devastating effects. In response, the Hyperloop has been designed with redundancy and resilience in mind, which greatly reduces the possibility of system failures. Striking a balance between speed and safety is crucial for the Hyperloop's success. In order to find possible weaknesses and create effective fixes, the project will need to undergo extensive testing and simulation exercises. To what extent will the Hyperloop's success depend on novel safety features? Recent advances in technology. The Hyperloop idea is based on innovation, with technological progress being essential to its creation. Achieving Musk's goal will necessitate state-of-the-art technology in fields such as materials science and propulsion systems. For example, air bearings are a huge step forward in transportation technology. Reduced resistance and increased speed are the results of this system's ability to let the pod float on an air cushion. Further research into magnetic levitation technologies is underway with the goal of improving the Hyperloop's performance. In addition, cutting-edge engineering concepts were included into the Hyperloop's design to maximize efficiency. Incorporating energy-efficient systems, lightweight materials, and cutting-edge aerodynamics into the success of Hyperloop. These technologies will be fine-tuned in future partnerships with engineers and technology specialists to ensure they can withstand the rigors of high-speed flight. Modern infrastructure for the Hyperloop will also include state-of-the-art monitoring and maintenance systems. The tube's built-in sensors allow for real-time monitoring of structure health, environmental factors, and system efficiency. By enabling predictive maintenance that decreases downtime, this data will be priceless for preserving operating efficiency and safety. Not only that, but the Hyperloop might be influenced by recent developments in AI and automation. Improved safety, better management of passenger flow, and optimized routing are all possible outcomes of using automated systems. Passengers may have a completely trouble-free journey from purchasing tickets to boarding the Hyperloop if it were equipped with smart technologies. The trick is to make use of these technological developments while keeping costs down and making sure they can be scaled up. Continuous research will be directed towards merging these advancements into a unified system that has the potential to transform transportation as the Hyperloop project advances. The Hyperloop's future is defined by what technological breakthroughs? International rivalry. Not only is Musk involved in the race to construct the Hyperloop, but so are numerous other corporations and research teams from all around the world. A multitude of Hyperloop projects have recently surfaced, demonstrating the widespread fascination with rapid transportation options around the world. There have been great advancements in the testing and development of Hyperloop versions by companies like Zeleros and Virgin Hyperloop. After successfully testing with passengers, Virgin Hyperloop is now looking to secure a commercial route. Meanwhile, Zeleros is hard at work developing an adaptable Hyperloop that can scale to different terrains. Working together across borders is also an important part of this contest. Realizing the revolutionary potential of Hyperloop systems, several countries, including the UAE and India, have shown interest in establishing them. These countries may offer helpful ideas and information that advance Hyperloop technology as they work toward their goals. Nevertheless, there are obstacles in the competitive scene as well. In their pursuit of success, businesses face several challenges, including the need to comply with regulations, raise capital, and allay public fears. While the race to market for the Hyperloop might be chaotic, it also has the potential to spur innovation that will help the sector as a whole. How would international rivalry affect Hyperloop development? Government-owned facility? Massive public infrastructure expenditures are necessary to build the Hyperloop system. The massive undertaking of building miles of tubes, stations, and related facilities will necessitate meticulous planning in conjunction with local governments. Choosing the best routes to link big cities while causing the least amount of trouble to current residents is an important factor to think about. Extensive research is conducted as part of this procedure to detect possible conflicts between land uses, environmental implications, and logistical hurdles. In order to resolve concerns and generate support for the project, it is essential to engage with local stakeholders and communities. Additionally, the Hyperloop's efficiency will be greatly improved by connecting it to pre-existing transit networks. The placement of stations near public transportation hubs could provide easy transfers between various forms of transportation. By taking this route, riders could have a more integrated travel experience, seamlessly switching between the Hyperloop and other modes of transportation like buses and trains. The Hyperloop and other economic prospects are made possible through public infrastructure investments. Thousands of jobs may be generated during construction, and once the Hyperloop is up and running, it has the potential to boost local economies by drawing in businesses and tourists. How difficult will it be to construct the Hyperloop's supporting infrastructure? Challenges to come. With all the promise of the Hyperloop, there are still many obstacles to overcome before it can be implemented. There are many difficult challenges on the road to implementation, ranging from technical ones to regulatory ones. Finding enough money to complete the project is a major obstacle. A large sum of money will be needed to construct the Hyperloop. Therefore, securing the support of investors and governments is of the utmost importance. It is also challenging to anticipate construction and operating expenses, which are critical to the project's financial feasibility. Furthermore, there is still another obstacle: understanding and complying with regulations. The government has mandated that the Hyperloop meet certain safety and environmental standards. In order to facilitate the required approvals and permits, it is crucial to engage with regulators and lawmakers early on in the process. An additional critical factor in the Hyperloop's trajectory is the general public's approval. In order to gain support for the project, it is essential to address safety issues and establish confidence with the communities. Concerns and misunderstandings can be better addressed by transparent discussion of the Hyperloop's advantages and disadvantages. Notwithstanding these obstacles, the Hyperloop project's innovative spirit and dogged pursuit of a solution show promise for a future when high-speed travel is a reality. In order for the Hyperloop to be a success, what obstacles must it overcome? Effects on the environment. Knowing how the Hyperloop project will affect the environment is crucial as work continues. Aiming to lessen carbon emissions and encourage environmentally friendly modes of transportation, the system was built with sustainability in mind. The possibility to eliminate short-haul flights, which are notorious for their high emissions, is one of the main benefits of the Hyperloop. Hyperloop technology has the potential to lessen air travel and its related emissions of greenhouse gases by linking cities more effectively. The Hyperloop might run with very little effect on the environment if it was powered by renewable energy. Sustainable techniques can also be implemented throughout the construction phase. It is possible to reduce the project's impact on the environment by making use of local materials and reducing the amount of land disturbed. Environmental problems could be further reduced with the incorporation of wildlife corridors and green areas into the design. To make sure the Hyperloop's sustainability claims are valid, nevertheless, continuous evaluations are required. For the project to be in line with larger sustainability objectives, researchers need to keep an eye on the environmental impacts during building and operation. If the Hyperloop is successful, how will it help create a greener tomorrow? What the future holds for travel. When it comes to transportation, the Hyperloop is a game changer. If it works, it could revolutionize how we think about time and distance, cutting travel times across countries and cities in half. Envision a society where getting to work is not a chore, but rather a pleasure. Hyperloop technology has the potential to make lengthy travel obsolete, paving the way for a more harmonious and cohesive community. Economic development, increased tourism, and cross-regional cooperation are all possible outcomes of this innovative transportation system. Additionally, additional transportation advances may be possible thanks to the Hyperloop. Urban planning and infrastructure design are two linked domains that might see new innovations spurred by this technology as it develops. Beyond the Hyperloop, the goal of high-speed travel could be to build sophisticated transportation networks that make it easier for everyone to get where they need to go. The future of transportation seems bright with Musk's Hyperloop, which is capturing the public's interest. What other breakthroughs could the Hyperloop project bring about? We are on the cusp of a transportation revolution, and the Hyperloop is emblematic of the spirit of innovation and advancement that characterizes our day more than any other new form of transportation. Connectivity, transportation, and exploration might all undergo radical changes as a result of Elon Musk's lofty goals. The Hyperloop presents exciting new possibilities, but there will be many obstacles to overcome. This revolutionary transportation system has the potential to revolutionize the way we travel due to its speed, efficiency, and positive impact on the environment. The Hyperloop project is an ongoing demonstration of human creativity and determination to improve transportation. Whether or not it ever comes to fruition, the Hyperloop is a fascinating symbol of the boundless possibilities that lie ahead. Is the Hyperloop here to stay, or will it soon become an integral part of our transportation network? The Hyperloop may be an ambitious project, but it holds the promise of transforming our travel experiences in ways we can only begin to imagine. As we move forward, let's stay tuned to the innovations and developments that may soon become part of our daily lives. What are your thoughts on Musk's Hyperloop? Do you believe we will see it come to fruition in the near future? Share your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting insights into the future of technology and transportation. Thank you for watching.